Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing a video, as you can tell by the title, about affordable beauty sponges. So I have 5 beauty sponges that I'm going to show you guys today. So the first one I'm going to start with is the L'Oreal. I always confuse L'Oreal and Maybelline, but this is the L'Oreal makeup beauty sponge. So it's like a fuchsia purple color. It looks brighter on camera than it is in person. So it has that pointy tip, and it's like bouncy at the end, or circle, however you say it. I use this part for under my eye circles, and then this bottom part for all over the face. This makeup beauty sponge, I don't know, I have to keep saying makeup beauty sponge, but anyways, this sponge, the only thing I really don't like about it is, as you can tell, this little slit. Yeah, it's very delicate, so you have to be really careful, but it's really affordable. I believe it's $6 to $7, which is really good. And I definitely would compare this to the Beauty Blender. It's really squishy. This is actually at its biggest. This is when it's damp. Color wise, I mean, it is kind of stained. I don't know if you can tell on there, but it is stained. And I have had this for a couple months already, and I really like it. 1, because it's affordable. 2, the color is really cute. And 3 would definitely be this part. It's really good at blending, but I also like that it doesn't soak up all the product, which I know all sponges soak up product, but I feel like this does not soak up that much product like other sponges do. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the Real Techniques beauty sponge. So we all know this one has that flat edge and then the pointy tip. I do like this one. This is probably one of my top 3 beauty sponges for drugstore anyway. I have only tried drugstore, and I've only tried the Beauty Blender in high-end anyways. But the only thing I don't like it is that I mean, you can tell when it's stained, and I have had it longer than the L'Oreal one, but I really do like it because it does the same thing as a Beauty Blender, and this would probably be the one that is the most comparable to the Beauty Blender, and I really like it just because it's blends out all my makeup, but also it's really affordable. I think it's cheaper than the L'Oreal one, which is kind of crazy, but I'm pretty sure it's $4.99. Don't quote me. I would have to check, and if I do find the price, I'll just write it down below. Then the next thing I'm going to talk about, I'll just talk to them in combined just because they did come in a set, and it's the Eco Tools beauty sponges. I have only had these for like 2 days, 2 or 3, and they are already like, I just washed it and it like made little gashes, and it's already stained. Like, I didn't wash it that day I used it, and I washed them today, and it's already stained. And I did use my Sote bar soap, and that always takes the stains out, like, even if it's the day before or 2 days, whatever. So I was just really surprised and kind of disappointed so far. I don't have my final thoughts on these. I would still need more time, obviously. In this one even more, you can tell the stains, and I ran this under the sink forever, and yeah, you can just see the little gashes in there. Yeah, and that was with my nail. I was so mad. But anyways, I mean, it is affordable. Both of them is $9.99, which makes them both $5. The only thing is, obviously, they're very delicate. They stain very easily. But also, they are kind of on the firmer side, and I don't know why. I've only used it like once or twice. So far my thoughts are that they are kind of firm, and I mean, I'm not quite sure like how to use these quite yet, so I'm still getting the hang of it. But I did use like this side. I started to use this side as like blending on my foundation, and that was just not blending out correctly. And then I used this part. Well, I didn't use this. I used this one for under my eyes. I believe I just used this part. I don't know. And then I think on my forehead I used the circle part, and then I started blending out, or blended most of all of it out, and then it started blending better. So I feel like this part so far is the one that's blending the whole face, and it really does a great job at that. So I will give it that. It does do a good job at blending when you use this side. I think this is meant for like the small crevices. I do like that it has that pointed edge, so it's good for baking, even though I don't do much baking, but it's good for that. And then under the eyes, like when you are baking, I do bake my eyes because I have fine lines under there and they do tend to crease when I put my concealer. So yeah, those are my thoughts so far on these sponges. And the very last sponge I will talk about is the Flower Beauty sponge. So it looks like that. So this is the first thing I'm going to say is I really like the color. It's like a periwinkle color. Second, I kind of like the shape. I don't know why, but it does have that flat edge, as you can tell. And then the other side is obviously like circle round, and then it has kind of that pointy tip, and this is where you go in and you blend that concealer out. And this part, obviously I use it to blend out all my foundation, and I really like it. I think I like this one better than the Eco Tools so far, and I think I like it better than the Real Techniques one. So I've had this for a couple months already, so maybe I will do like a review later on about it, because I don't see very many people talking about this, so that could be a video coming up soon. So just like all the other sponges, I feel like most drugstore beauty sponges are very delicate, and because I do compare it to the Beauty Blender, and the Beauty Blender actually is way more, it's tough, but it's not like firm, and it's not rock hard, the material, but it's tough enough that it's not gonna rip. And I have had that for, I want to say 2 months, so not as long as like the L'Oreal one or this one, but I haven't had any issues with it. The only thing is staining. That is probably the number one thing that I do find in common with all the beauty sponges. Doesn't matter which one, you're gonna find staining. It just depends. Like if you leave your beauty sponges dirty for a while, then I mean it's understandable. But anyways, I do like this one because it just blends my makeup out really well. I have never had any issues with it so far. And I also really like the price, because it's only, I think it's the same price as L'Oreal, $5 to $7. But the color is really cute too. So, and yeah, it's delicate, but I don't know, I just really like it because it's very squishy, you know? I like that feeling, because I know it's going to blend really well into my skin, so. Yeah, that is the end of the video, guys, and I do appreciate you guys watching, and don't forget to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.